Good evening. Good evening, my subscribers. What's up, folks? What's up, peoples? Listen, your girl is finally here. It is 10:30. Little 30 minutes behind the power curve, which don't get it twisted. 30 minutes is a lot of time out of your life. Or shall I say, you can get a lot done in 30 minutes. So let's not underestimate 30 minutes. Listen, I can take a 15-minute nap and feel like I'm ready to go take on today. But anywho, guys, how are you doing? It is Friday. It is Friday. But wait a minute, before you even get into that, telling me that, you already know the drill. Make sure that that bell is highlighted. You are subscribed to the channel. And make sure that you like, comment, share with someone to get the message across. Because you've just tuned into Let's Digest. Guys, the title for tonight is literally special edition. I said that because a little topic. But if you went a little further, if you check out the description box, you saw what we're really gonna be digesting tonight real quickly. Not real quickly, but you'll see what we'll be digesting tonight. I said it was a special edition because it is a special edition. It is literally about two things that are so important to all of us, that should be important to all of us. The main things is because it's how we ultimately survive this thing called life. Yeah, and do it in a major way, shall I say. So guys, I'm gonna digest this, right? By giving you guys, and I really wanted to kind of save this. I thought I would do a live, but hey, this is my channel and it is Friday and it is Let's Digest, right? So I want to digest this, guys, this thing with you guys, with my subscribers, with my lovely subscribers. And so guys, so just gonna sit here, tell you a story, tell you how my day kind of went, right? Or my morning. Well, of course, outside of, I feel like, maybe I didn't even out my grease. But anywho, so of course, I got up, I did my morning routine because we all got morning routines, right? I know y'all got morning routines, right? Okay. So I got up, I did my morning routine. First of all, let me just say I took my health product last night, right? Because I have health products. I'm a product. Yeah, I have health products, right? And so I took Dreaming, the one called Dreaming, which is for rest, to help you rest, get good rest at night. Guys, I literally must have taken it too late at night and then called myself was fighting something. But listen, when I laid down, I didn't hear the 4 o'clock alarm. I didn't hear the 5 o'clock alarm. Your girl was up probably around 7-ish. So I was a little behind the power curve, but I woke up feeling good. I felt so good and refreshed, right? So that was my first time trying that particular one of my products. I have 3 products, right, on hand. I have Dreaming, which is for rest. I just told you guys about that. I have Empowered, which is for energy. It helps keep you energized, get you through your day, get you through your exercises, whatever your schedule is, right? Because we're all busy. The next one is Crave, and that one is for appetite suppressant. It helps you back away from the table, shall I say, or get your summer fine on, ladies. And very, very shortly, very, very soon, I'll have some extra ones on hand. And the major one that I'm waiting on is Be Fit, because that's a fat burner. And I'm going to use that one with my Crave every day because I do use my products. I don't just sell them. I use them. They work. Which is going to get us further into our Let's Digest this thing tonight, right? So anywho, I get up, I do my morning routine. I even got on, let my social media, my followers, my friends, let everybody know how the spray was, because last night was literally one of my first nights taking it, right? Outside of just tasting it to see what it tasted like. By the way, it tasted like a great Jolly Rancher. I don't know if that's your favorite color. I don't know. I'm not really candy girl, but I liked it. It wasn't horrible. So it was a great Jolly Rancher per se. And so I got up, I let my let everybody know, especially, those of who are interested in purchasing, let them know how it was for me personally. What better way than to give my testimony? And so, guys, I did that. I got up, I finished my routine, and I got ready for my doctor's appointment. Here's where it gets good, right? So I had my doctor's appointment. I go to my doctor's appointment. By the way, report was good. We walked in the room. He came in, he spoke. He didn't seem like he was so, and I was like, wait a minute, doc, why are you not happy today? It's Friday. What's wrong? And I think maybe his allergies or something was probably kind of bothering him. He went to sneeze and all that stuff, right? So we get through talking, or he get through going over my exam, basically checking me out, how that goes. And when we get done, after the last thing he checks is my heart. He wants to listen to my heart, make sure everything was good. Previous situation, another story, another day. So after that, he was like, okay, I sat up. He was like, what are you doing? Are you taking any more classes? You finish anything? Because I told him the last time or previously that I was ready to get back and finish my nursing. Because I'm literally at the end to finish my nursing. And so I told him I was going to do that. So out of the blue, well, not out of the blue. So he ended up asking me, he said, did you do any more classes? Did you take anything? And I was like, huh? Didn't really hear him. He had on the mask. I had on the mask. And I was kind of technically on a morning call still. Had my earbuds in, kind of still listening in on my financial freedom call on Fridays. Hint, hint. If you need the info, just drop in the comment section down there. I need to start dropping some links, tagging some links in my description boxes. I will. I literally will. So I'll make sure that it's done. So he asked me about that. And I was like, no, I'm waiting to get into the nursing program. And I told him when the nursing program starts. Like, okay, you got to help me get a nursing program. So afterwards, anyway, so we go and he was like, okay, let's go. So we went back to his office for a consult, for me just to go over stuff. And I had recently been to another physician or another specialist, and so he wanted to make sure that they got all my new meds or any changes that were made by the outside specialist, because he's my PCP, primary care provider, for those of you who didn't know. So he's my PCP, and so we went in and we're talking, and he's just going over everything, and he's telling me about my numbers and where they were before and kind of where I'm at now, how I'm feeling, and going over basically his estimated from what he's seeing, what I'm doing, the way my body is progressing, right? He's telling me, basically what our game plan is for the next several months, right? And so I'm good with that, because I'm good with that. Listen, I'm just thankful. I go with the flow, not necessarily go with the flow. I do go with the flow. I go with the spiritual flow. My flow is spiritual. And so I was okay with everything he was saying. And I know that I had been paying attention to my body and being aware. And so we go over that, and then he says, and I go, Doc, I said, I've been doing pretty good. I was like, outside of that, I also want to bring this up to you. I want to show you what I've been taking, because, and of course, doctor-patient privacy, privileges, confidentiality. I will not disclose of his name, but maybe, hopefully, one day soon, we'll get him on, and he'll give his own, live, upfront, in-person views and all that of how he feels about this. And so, okay, here we go. And I wish, let me see, do I have my products with me? Maybe I can get them on hand in a second. Give me a second. But I proceed to pull them out of my bag because I have my products on hand. So why would I have my products on hand when I go to the doctor's office? There could be a conversation. Somebody could need me and need my product. And by the way, complete matter of fact, I don't even have to get into that. So go to the next. I pull out my products and I say, hey doc, this is what I've been taking in the midst of taking my medicines, and I haven't seen that it has done any, changes in me. It hasn't made me feel any way, odd when it comes to my meds or me taking my meds, right? And I said, of course, it's all natural. All the ingredients are natural, and that's what me and my business partners, that's what we pride ourselves on it being natural, a natural product. And so I was like, here, check it out. And so he looked at it and he read the ingredients and he was just looking over it. And he said, okay. He's like, everything in here is good. He was like, everything that's in here. Everything that's in here is basically something. Sorry guys, I need my phone. My son is back and I need him not to pull off with my phone. So he says everything in here is natural and it's stuff that we should be having in our diets anyway. And I go, are you serious, Doc? And he was like, yes. And then he proceeds to say, he just kept talking. I was just excited for him to say that. And he just kind of went on a spill and I allowed him to go on a spill. Sometimes you just sit back and you just shut up, right? Guys, this is my PCP. And I'm in the medical field. I've been in the medical field for over 12 years and I have my own views. Me being in the medical field is all about my heart and who I am as a person as far as caring about people, right? I literally, when he kept talking and he said that, he's like, this is what people need. He was like, I wish, or he was like, I want you to, he didn't say I wish, he said, I want you to get yourself out there, get to specific areas, locations. He gave me specific areas and locations where he felt like would benefit me if I actually go. He was like, expand your business, make sure you're here and make sure your places like that, like even a different country. And so I'm excited, I'm just listening. And he goes, I want, and I really hope for you to make lots of income on this, financial stability in your endeavors and your business too. He said, especially if it's giving people things that they need, if it's giving them the energy and it's actually working for them, get it out there. He said, because some things don't change or some things aren't new. It was kind of how he said it, right? And I'm trying to say it without making sure I cross any lines. Just basically your health, the natural world versus the world that we already have, where we do take all these medicines or things get prescribed to us. And I don't know if I really want to heavy leanness on that topic, so let's digest that, right? After he said all the things that he said and he told me those things, all I could say was literally, I appreciate you. I really thank you. I think that took our doctor-patient relationship to a whole nother level. And by that, I mean on another respect level. Because again, technically, if I was in uniform, he'd be my fellow colleague. Definitely over me, but he would be my superior in uniform. But what he said was very transparent. It was not just transparent. To me, it was bold. It was brave. It was honesty. It was, I care about my patients and my people outside of this cult. Or not necessarily, outside of this cult and outside of any regulations, or not necessarily regulations, but outside of any stereotype that there is. That's the correct word, stereotype. And so he told me those things, and I was just so excited. I just really told him I thank him and I appreciate him. But of course, here's the kicker. I also go, so hey, doc, you're gonna get a product from me, right? When you gonna purchase yours so you can actually try it. And before that, I didn't even say that. After he said that, I didn't ask him to purchase a product. I said, Doc, would you like to try a product? I said, literally, because what he had just given me was way more. It was worth way more, or it is worth way more than the product I could have sold him and get the funds from it. So I really wanted to just give him a spray to try. But he goes, I try not to do anything. He didn't stutter. But I try not to do anything. I don't really do anything, take anything natural either, unless it's really called for it. But he did say, and he was feeling a little, I told y'all when he first came in, he wasn't his upper self, right? And he was had some sneezes and stuff again. I think it was his allergies. But he goes, you know what? Our next visit, bring some sprays, and I'll be getting some sprays from you, and we'll talk more. Special edition, health and wealth. And this is coming from a doctor. A doctor, right? My PCP. And our relationship isn't that, it's fairly still kind of new because I probably got with him right before the beginning of the year. I was with him. I became his patient. So we're still kind of getting to know each other. I don't know if you guys are serious about your listen. Now, God is my God. He's my doctor, and that's the man that has the last say so. And he overrides anything that the devil can try to throw my way. But listen, doctors, nurses, aides, the medical field, period, first responders, everybody, whatever your title is in uniform, when you go out here to whoever you are, outside of mom, dad, whoever you are, somebody's loved one, we have been given a gift as well to even be in these positions. So although I serve a mighty God, and I know that natural things are better, and I know that everything doesn't call for a prescription. I do know that. I also know that doctors and nurses and all those folks, i.e. myself too, I know that we were blessed with a gift, and I know that us learning these things and having this skill set is not for nothing. I know that that was blessed by God as well, although you don't put your all into what man could do or anything that man has, right? Because man is flesh. Another topic, right? We could digest that all the time, and I think you'll probably get a little bit in that when you're talking with just me. But this was a doctor I was having a conversation with, and he literally led the conversation. It was about health and wealth. If you were listening to the story, he mentioned that I should go to certain places, that I need to expand myself, my business, my products, because it's something that people need. It's something that they need. It's something natural. It's something that they should already be getting in their systems anyway. And if it's making a difference, please do. But his next part of that was to grow financially, for me to grow financially, for me to have the finances that I need, because I have a product. I have a product, and the leaders say this all the time, but I have a product, and I'm serving people at the same time, because again, this is a doctor that just said this. He said people need this. We should have these things, these natural things in our diets all the time. We should always have these things. My products have these things. Listen, I'm excited, not just because it is something for me to sell. Again, are you listening to me, right? We're digesting this thing. It's not about it's not all about the finances that you can get. The first part of it was the biggest major part of it as to why he wanted me to grow in certain areas and certain countries, and he see this being the thing. Although I wanted to say, hey, we're already in some countries, right? But he said these things because it was serving people, because it was me doing something, or we came up with a product that's actually going to do something to help people, not just allow them to spend. And let's just be completely honest now, because this is Let's Digest. And on Let's Digest, we are completely transparent and all the way, how you say, 100? We keep it 100. People, i.e., some used to be myself, we will spend quicker than we will do anything else. Quicker than we'll pick up a book and read. We'll spend quicker than we want to learn. We'll spend quicker than sometimes spending time with loved ones, unless we're going shopping together. That's just the way it is, and that is okay too. You go out there and you make a living. You bring in your money, your bills, and everything is taken care of. You can spend if you like. By all means, do so. But the topping on it was having a product that is serving people, because it is helping them in a major way. It is keeping them healthy. It is helping them get to the health that they actually need, so that they don't have to rely on medications all the time. And those of you who are out there who are lucky enough to not have anything wrong with them, and I'm not going to say just yet, wrong with them, period. We want to keep it that way. If you're fresh, young newbie, even if you're older, you're more seasoned, and you don't have any ailments, you don't take any medications, I love that for you. I love that for you, and I want you to stay that way. So I want you to get aware that, first of all, you're not having this situation yet. You're not on medications. So get yourself in a healthy place. Stay in a healthy place. I know. Holidays come, celebrations come up, and we want to eat and or indulge. Sometimes a sweet tooth, whatever your kicker is. I don't know. That is okay. Moderations. I had a patient that used to always say, eat in moderations. Do everything in moderations. And I don't blame her. In moderations, right? It's the best way to do it. So, guys, stay healthy. Get natural products so that you don't have to be dependent upon medications. So that your body doesn't have to get kicked back into start from what it's supposed to be doing, right? Because that's sometimes some medicines. Yeah, that's another story too for another day. But I'm also in the medical field. But my thing is to be completely honest and transparent. This was a PCP that was being transparent with his patient, meaning he could have literally said what he said and thought about his paycheck, meaning, okay, if I say this to her, she's going to be like, no, she don't want to come here and she ain't taking no more medicines. And what is that going to mean for this part of my paycheck? Because, time is being recorded for them to get paid. Hello, somebody. I don't know. But anyway, he could have thought like that. And I'm sure if he said it to me, I'm sure he said it to other patients. I'm sure he's given his honest opinion if they asked for it. Again, I'm writing things down. I'm being aware. I want to help my doctor help me, which means I have to tell him everything, and I have to, especially when it comes to my body or things that I'm doing, I want to make him aware of what I'm doing so that he knows better on what he needs to do, right? We got to help you help me and vice versa. Y'all know how the saying go. So guys, he could have thought that way, but he didn't. Him saying what he said was about service. It was about service. And when you serve people, you get served. You get served, i.e., health and wealth. And those two things go hand in hand. They have no other choice because we all out here making our bags. We all out here in our bags because we got things that got to get taken care of. We got babies at home that got to be fed. We got tables at home that got to be full. We got lights at home that definitely got to be on and paid. So we all out here in our bags in some way, shape, or form. Hopefully it's a legal way. Hopefully it's a good way. Hopefully it's something that's honest and nothing that's causing any harm or hurt to anyone. But we're all out here in our bag, right? Because life costs. It costs to live. Literally, it costs to live. And so because we're all out here in our bag, we got to be careful, to get in our bags. It takes us to get in our bags. We're the ones who are going to be serious about our bags. We're going to go to work and work for our bags. We're going to put in the hours for our bag. We're going to collect the bag. Hopefully, we're going to control the bag and spend the bag and save the bag and grow the bag. Invest the bag. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, we're going to do all those things. Guys, how long will we be able to do that and do that in a healthy way? Or do that in a way where our mind isn't beyond crazy, where we have not lost it. We have to be healthy. That's the only way. We have to. If we're not healthy, we won't be here long enough to even attempt to enjoy the bag. Somebody else will definitely be in our bags because it won't be us. Who gonna be in your bag, boo? If it ain't you. All that bread you stacking and investing and flipping them coins, and you ain't even healthy. Somebody else gonna be spending the bag. Or hopefully you got things in place, right? You got your things in order. And trust me, I'm getting myself in order so I can have things written down just in case something happens. But what won't happen is me not being here because I didn't think about my health while I was getting in my wealth. Because getting in our bags is our wealth. Your health is your wealth. Because it's going to take you to do anything it is that you want to do in this world. If you ain't healthy to do it, it won't get done the right way. Just because you can walk and talk, get up and move and feed yourself, don't mean that you're healthy. Your mind could be unhealthy. It could be in a very fragile state. I don't know. Make sure that you're healthy. Because you want to get in that bag, you want to stay in that bag. But not just that. You want to do it in a way that gives you pleasure. You want to be grateful for it. You want to be thankful for it. You want to feel good about getting that bag. And people that say money ain't everything, it ain't everything. But again, as I've heard before, quote unquote, is right up there with oxygen. Again, I just said everything that we gotta have in this world, we eat. We gonna eat. We gonna put a roof over our heads, or we gotta have a roof over our heads. We gotta have clothes on our backs and other necessities that cost. Ain't nobody nowhere handing it out for free. And if they are, I don't even want the number. Make sure somebody who really, really, really needs it gets the number. That's how we're going to connect over here, right? Because unfortunately, there are ones out here who are not getting in their bags, who can't get in their bags, or who don't have the resources or the right people around them to help them get in their bags, because we can all be getting in our bags. One way or the other, we can all be in our bags. But you want to make sure that, you got to know that your health is your wealth. You got to know that because this world isn't free, that we got to get out there and get it. But get out there and get it healthy and whole and in a good space. And again, where I was going, you want to do it because you want to feel good at the end of the day. You got all this money sitting in the bank, the bag, whatever you got it, wherever you stash your money at, in your portfolios, wherever you stashing your money at, your bag at, your coins. You want to feel good knowing that it's over there stacked up, it's racking up, it's adding up, and you ain't had to go rob nobody. You ain't had to make them rob Peter to pay Paul. You did something that was going to add value to their lives. You didn't just take their money, didn't give them any quality service or product. Listen, I toot my company, business partners horns, but toot toot, BB. Listen, that was almost a pig, but y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I mean. And if y'all don't, y'all will get it. Y'all will catch on. Make sure that you're healthy. Health and wealth goes hand in hand. And I've had the pleasure of being blessed to be a part of a major thing, a major company. And my health and wealth products are here to stay. They're here to stay. I'm so thankful and grateful for the idea that first was that God blessed the idea with someone. Dr. David Emanitier, Yvonne Tapia, Monica Tapia, they were blessed with something. And because we were connected to the right people at the right time, because we were already interested in our own wealth and health, it aligned. And so to hear a doctor tell me this is major, right? This is really major. And for my subscribers who tune in, who watch this, even if you're watching this later, make sure you drop replay, conversate with me, join in the conversation. But you're going to get the message. And I know that you're going to take this serious. I know that you're going to make it serious because you're already in your bags, right? You're already going after the wealth. You already want to make sure that your family is straight, that they don't have to struggle all the time. Even if we came from the mud, we don't have to stay in the mud. Even if we came from the mud, your nails don't have to be dirty, boo. That's the little spirit-led. Make sure that you are creating your wealth and doing it in a very major way. Make sure that you are healthy though while doing so, because if so, you'll be able to do it in a way where you make a difference in this world and definitely be here to enjoy it. Because I know having a legacy, creating your brands, all that stuff really, is supposed to be for the ones who you leave, who's left behind, who you leave behind, your future, your loved ones, your children's children, their children. That's what a legacy is for. But the fruits of the labor can be served hot. You don't have to be cold in order for you to feel like you enjoyed it, because your family has it, because they inherited it. Enjoy some of the things that you've worked for. Enjoy the fact that you have gotten up out of your bed every day for however long and bust your butt, because that's what you were supposed to do. But not that you was just supposed to do that, but you did it healthy, whole, happy, and dang all right wealthy. Listen, I hope you guys enjoyed this special edition tonight, because it was just me and you chopping it up, talking. digesting this thing. I wanted to share this in a major way. Again, I cannot wait until things progress the way that they already are, and I know that they are. And I can get a doctor to come back and tell you guys these things, because this is really major. And maybe it's extra major to me because I'm in the medical field. And there's been some things that I've said, even being in the medical field. There's politics in everything. There's politics in everything. So, with you being aware of that, you can be aware of this conversation. If you didn't catch the message, go back and watch the replay and catch the message. Like and share this with others. Drop in the comment section if you want to purchase a spray. Again, I have Empowered Energy. I have Crave Appetite Suppressants. I have Dreaming for rest at night, because we need those things. And that's called a Total Body Balance. I can drop links here. You guys can let me know if you really want to purchase. I can send you directly to my store. Guys, get healthy. Even if it's not my sprays, make sure that you are paying attention to your body. Make sure that you're just not getting up every day, going to bust your behind, and then you don't even know what your behind looks like. Yeah. On that note, you don't have to always be caught by surprise. It's time. It is definitely time for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Some of it anyway. Leave some behind. But you'll have enough. And what I mean wealth ain't even just about building your bank account. Listen, me having to go get my son just now or pick him up from work because he had to make second arrangements today with his vehicle. Comfort in knowing some things that I can be there for. Knowing that I have choices, I have decisions. Knowing that my life isn't controlled by just a clock. Knowing that clock gave me some things in return. Again, you're sitting with a doctor, you're sitting with a therapist, whoever you're sitting with, that time costs. And you're paying for it one way or the other, right? So the fact that I had to technically, pay for his time, but what he gave me out of it and what I was able to receive from it, and now what I'm going to able to go and do with what he gave me, is so much wealth in that. It's wealth in information, in knowledge. Applied knowledge will get me the legacy that I so desire. And you too, if you choose to. But who am I? Guys, I think that is it for tonight. It's been a minute. Keep being your amazing self, but be healthy while you're doing it. Get in your bag, stay in your bag, spin your bag, save your bag. Listen, I'm going to start. Your girl is on a whole nother. But anyway, guys, until next week, until next Wednesday, where there will be a guest, I love you. Continue to be your amazing, great selves, because you are. Stay blessed. Stay prayed up. Get in that bag the right way. Get in that bag the right way. I trust you will. I trust that you'll even start by purchasing a product. Let me know. Links will be available soon. Later, guys.